Hey, what's up, world? How you doing? We're part 6 of our tutorial. So for part 6, I want to go over a couple things that I may have not gone over. Let's look at the construction menu real quick. Got all the different kinds of track. I may have not explained this, but probably figured this out by now. Type 1 rail, 2 rail, 3 rail is just the height of the groundworks. So um, type 1 is only good for flat. As soon as you start climbing, see it's going to come out of the ground. Now that won't place because it's out of the ground. There let's see, it won't even place there. Really got to be in the ground. Well, we can't see the ground because we didn't turn off our foliage, which you should do when you lay track. Okay, and type 2 is a little bit thicker. You have a 10% grade here, so I can show you just how thick it is. Bring it back, place it. Now it won't place if it's in the air. On to type 3. Type 3 is very thick. Don't ever really use type 3 too much fully exposed. Only for certain instances. Then on to bridges. Take a look at the bridges. We got 3 kinds of bridges. This one has a railing on it. You can pick the color. Let's see. I don't even think this bridge will place here because we might be too high and the legs are not going to... Oh, they did. Look at that. I'm not sure the max height. Also, keep in mind when you place this type of bridge, what is it called? Bridges 2. Whatever way you're facing, this little walkway is going to be on the left. So if you want the walkway on the other side, you're going to have to delete the bridge and then run it this way. And if you just select it, it's going to be a different color, obviously. Now it's on this side. Another thing about this type of bridge, I believe if you pick a color, run it out, now you still have the bridge in your hand. Do you want to add another piece? It's going to default back to the original color. You have to select the color again. Now this type of bridge, let's go ahead and let's I'm not even sure offhand the height differences between bridge 2 and bridge 1, so let's take a look at that together. I'm gonna go pitch this up. So that's it. That was pretty much max height. When I had it out there, it wouldn't place because the feet are not touching the ground. Something else you want to be conscious of when you're doing bridge work is how they start and finish. Sometimes the length of them, if you want to be critical. Let's take a look at bridge 1 here. So this went further, which means it's probably higher. Let's see how high it'll go. Well, it won't go that high. think we're pretty much right at max height here. Not letting me place anything else. So let's build track over to here. I saw the link. If you just take crosses, you can use these without it touching the ground. Sometimes this is a good way in construction to get where you're going. So there you have it. So that bridge is roughly that much higher than this bridge, which is surprising to me. I thought this bridge was a lot higher than the other one. Oh, we were able to place this groundwork with it sticking out of the ground, which is also something you want to avoid. Now, the bridge type 3, this one only comes in one flavor. And it goes much higher. Than the two wooden structures. Look how high it goes. So you're going to use this to span deep ravines. Yep. That's pretty much it right there. Which is very high. Now if this was a ravine down there and then it got shallower over there and you couldn't place bridge anymore, well then you'd have to use one of these. And if this doesn't reach, can put two of them together, but you would never see this in real life without a support under this point here. And there is no way, well, there is a way. There's a will, there's a way. You can take ballast. I don't know. Put this on 0. Oh, it did place. Look at that. Used to be able to place on top of that. I'm going to use the cheats so I can fly up. You were doing this without cheats. You'd have to make a scaffolding, say, out of other stuff just to get to it. And I apologize to Railroads Online if they don't want me showing people the cheats. I know they don't support the cheats, but they also don't like condemn you if you're using them. However, if something's wrong with your game, I think so the old way used to be able to place this and then you could build a pillar. So long story short, there is no way to really expand that. What I have done, and I'm not going to say that this is without bugs because it is. Let me stop flying. Is you can put a bridge. Now when we connect, the spline connects. Keep that in mind for a second. And you can one of these, delete that, and we can go back .8.4, which I can't do without flying. Let's delete that. Try that again. This may not be letting me place it because we're already too high up. Strange. Oh, I have a video somewhere of me doing this. Anyway, if you were to come back 8.4, it jumps. That's 3.8. Let me quickly show you what I'm talking about. I can do it another way. If we were to go 8.4 meters back from that point and then place another bridge, so the bridges would overlap, these two beams would be lined up at 8.4, and it would look better. And this looks more like a real bridge. Now the only problem is your spline is not really connected there, and that may or may not present problems to the game. I've had an issue where I stopped the train on this part of the track, took off, and the truck of the car stayed behind. But we're kind of doing here what the game was not intended to do, but you could get a span if you wanted it, just showing you little tricks. All right, let's look at something else here. Let's go ahead and delete all this stuff, this craziness. Anyway, this is a pretty good span. Now I'm also told that bridges were not, a lot of bridges were not realistic in actual narrow gauge. But we can't modify terrain yet. Maybe one day they'll figure out how that's done. I know you can do it with a voxel plugin for Unreal. You can modify terrain. The user can modify, but that has to be done on the dev end, of course. And it may not be that simple. May not integrate well with everything they've done so far in the game. Not sure. I am not a programming genius. I just tinkered with it. You got to be first person. All right, I'll go show you some track stuff now. Not sure if I showed you dual track or not. I have another playlist called The Coal Railroad. It's coming out a couple of days. Everything's scheduled to come out. But I built a 2-track main line around the map and haul 100 coal cars. So it was kind of entertaining, actually. I haven't finished it yet. We did haul 100 empty cars, but anyway, that series will show you how to do dual track if you watch that. Just wanted to point something out also. Delete this real quick. If you select a 3-way switch, like with regular switches, If you're coming this way into the switch, the points here will switch for you. It used to be at one point where if this switch wasn't in the right position, the train would derail. If you're coming this way into the switch, you're just going to go the direction that the switch is set. Now, with the three-way switch, it doesn't do that. It's not a spring switch. You have to be set to the siding that you want to go. Well, if you're going this way, you're not going to derail. You're just going to take the switch the way it is. But if you're coming this way, right, and your switch is not set to this track, you're going to derail. Just want to point that out. What else can we talk about here? Well, we did the turntable. There is also a track without ground bed, groundwork, ground bed, without a bed. I don't really know what you would use that for. I had an idea to make track buried in the ground. Let's see, I think I was gonna build a city. I think you can just cover the spikes and link here. Why didn't it link? Link it, zero it out. I don't know why it's not placing. It should place. It's a little tricky to get it started and get it level, but there is like a height here where the cars will still work, and then you could have something that looks like a street line, I guess. This gravel groundwork, you do have to select groundwork to delete it. The other thing I want to show you is, forgot, brain gone. Okay, we'll go back to that. Anyway, let's go ahead, and our next industry is going to be, we have to bring cordwood, right, to the smelter. That's where we left off. So none of these cars hold cordwood. This is the, you select re-rail, click on it, it's a stake flat. It'll show you what car is. Go into our cars, our freight cars. Stake flat. This holds beam, lumber, rail. We need something that's gonna haul cordwood, which is this one. Cordwood is heavy, by the way. Take none of these. You can only go into the bigger ones, which cost $275. How much are the little ones? $220. We should probably start getting some bigger. How many do we have? Funds. 1520. We could get 4 cars and haul cordwood up to the smelter. That'll be a nice run. Let's stoke this puppy up. Now, I haven't had to show you this yet, but we went over the filling of the water. It's my New York accent. Water. At some point you're going to need wood in the tender. When? I don't know. But once they increase the burn rate and water consumption rate of the engines, you're going to need to fill these up more. So you got 2 choices, a wood rick or a firewood facility. Firewood facility is bigger, and you can refill billet, I believe. Set this over here. We're just going to put it down. So when this side runs out of firewood, see it says wood 0 of 32. You have to come in on this side. And I think you can dump lumber, logs, or cordwood here. And it'll refill this, which will give you more firewood on, can't walk through that, on this side. Right now we have 300. And if you want to fill your tender, you just pick it up, left click, right click. I missed. Obviously this would be right next to the tracks and a lot easier. So now it's going into tender. So that's how you fill your tender back up. And also put a wood rick. Here like this. I'm not sure. I don't know how this works because I've never emptied one. I think it just yep. I think it just refills itself. Let's take a few out of here. Alright, it says 95 of 100. We'll come back to it and see if it says 100. It might just slowly fill itself. Alright, we're going to buy 4 cordwood cars. And we're going to use the bigger ones. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually haul this up our object tier. Oh, we don't have a tier. We're tier 3. So we don't, yeah. Let's open this up. We are level 2. We need to be level 3 to buy that car. That's awesome. So what we could do, go grab some logs and sell them here. We need a little freight yard, by the way. So let's build a little freight yard going this way. Freight yards are simple to build. Actually, let's put a right switch in here so that it lines up better going that way. Is it raining? I don't know. It's just raining. Alright, freight yard, real simple freight yard to do is the left switch. Right switch. A right switch. And one more right switch. What we're going to do is we're going to run this straight out. Straight, not on a grade. Let's go like 100 meters, whatever. However long you want your freight yard. Doesn't matter. And I kind of just eyeball it here. What you could do, you know what we could do? Let's do this. Instead of making a dead end freight yard, let's do this. We need a left switch. Left. This one. Yep. We have 4 sidings. We're gonna make like a I don't know if I'm using the right words, but a pass-through freight yard. You can drive through it. Not have to back the trains. So you have to toggle circle mode, connect that. Nice. You got 4 tracks. Now, the reason why I put this switch here like this was so I can make that track parallel with this. Once it's in, then you can delete it and connect it. Clean it up. Same thing on this end. We'll cut this out. And then let's go ahead and run our track back into our main line. This is just for reference here. We're going to delete this track. Deleted quite a bit of it. Now I'm kind of eyeballing this. Hey, that was pretty good. That was almost perfect. So I'm good with that. And just tie it in, and it almost looks straight. All right. Now we can go ahead and back these cars. Let's do a little switching. Call it shunting over in Europe. I don't call it shunting. Like the light, baby. Okay, she's been sitting a while. We want to open up the cylinder cocks. And we are going to back to this siding. That is the cool thing about Railroads Extended. I can actually throw my switches. Look in the upper right hand corner. So I can be my own dispatcher. Otherwise you're going to have to walk back and do it that way. This flashing on the steam is somehow the light is touching the steam. 10 miles an hour is a good yard speed, so things don't happen too fast. Okay, we're gonna leave. You should get in the habit of setting a brake. Why did it disconnect? Alright, so the link was broken. Sometimes you load the game in and the link is broken between cars. Just got the train moving, set it on a low speed. The link here. There is a link here though. I just disconnected the wrong link is what I did. Sorry for no talking there. Okay, so now it's dark. I decided to leave the, just check those settings. So gameplay, have the day length at 120 and night at 7.5. Night is depressing. So let's do clear skies at night and you'll see that it's much brighter even though it's night. You can press L and get a lantern out. Kind of see what you're doing. Alright, so we're just going to run some logs to the freight depot to try and gain some XP. We could use a few more logging cars. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy a couple logging cars. This is tier 1. I mean, our other option is just buy these. Buy these. Let's buy 4 of these. You can also use these to make money. So we're not buying the big ones yet. We're not qualified yet. I hope if you're just got the game and you're following along on this tutorial, know in the comments if you're how you doing. And feel free to ask any questions. Probably 4 of those is going to be about right. Got our little railing track here. For some reason I can't jump on it. I'm leaving the my fast walking on just so this video doesn't come too long. This is the monotonous work here. I can switch that. This might rail itself. There we go. I think if you approach it this way, you're going to also put it down that way. Or if I approach it this way and pick it up, now it should put it down with the brake facing me. Nope, it didn't. Forward. But I do know that it matters which way you look at it when you pick it up. Alright, let's go fill up with logs and cordwood. Beautiful stars. I think they did use an actual star map. I remember seeing the Big Dipper. If they didn't, it would be cool if they did and position it right. That's just me. I like astronomy. Doesn't matter which side we go down here, because we're going to use both sides. I have not yet used these little cars for cordwood, so I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Did I get all 4? These cars are so small. No, I didn't get all 4. That's hysterical. I was impatient there. Thank God for super speed. Oh, I just didn't, yep, I guess I just didn't do it. Alright. Getting ahead of myself. But look, I placed it down and it's still moving. That's luck right there. Alright. Let's move this up a little bit. I'm going to split the cars. There's 4 cars. I'm going to try and get the crane. Use railroads extended. I can see right here, joint between the two cars is lined up. I can even activate the crane from extended. Now so it's not auto loading. But these little cars with the hit boxes, sometimes the auto load doesn't work. I think we went over that already. Oh, and you can click on this and it goes back, right? Remember, click once. I just double click that. Once it drops, click on it, it goes back, and then you click on it again. You can load a little bit faster. The glitch. I didn't even know this glitch. Someone just showed me this glitch like last night or the night before. So these only hold 2? Are you kidding me? So the bigger cars hold like 6. Yep. So they only hold 2. All right. We're loading. That's all we're loading. We might be able to buy a few more cars. And nighttime should be over soon. It's 4:20 a.m. So that's why I set night for 7.5 minutes. Sometimes driving the train in the night is cool, but I mean, if you're just looking at it, it's basically all black. It's not very visual. So I have to use a little bit of regulator here because that cordwood is heavy. And the sun is rising. You know, originally I didn't like the Montezuma, but it's kind of growing on me. It's cute. These little cars, you don't want to run like a big train with them either because you get a lot of weight behind them and they will derail. They just pop off the track. I would have thought they would have held at least 4 instead of 2. Speeding it up, baby. Get our timing down here. Should automatically go to the next car. Here we go. We're loading up quick, baby. Don't worry, I'm not calling you baby. That's it. We can put away our lantern now. Got some daylight. Full regulator. So if you have a really long train, these links will break. The links were not very strong. And you wouldn't want to just dump full regulator, because you probably snap a link. And the switch aligned itself for us. We're on our way. Probably should chop that tree right there. Actually, our switches are not set. We're heading up the railing siding. The little hump we made. Made a boo-boo. We almost jumped it into the freight depot. Alright. I threw the switch using extended. A lot of weight. Now I'm not sure the what the number system is for getting XP to earning money ratio. Let's see if we can figure that out right now. It's been a while since I started from nothing also. I've done it a few times and I've earned a lot of money with my railroads. That money is not transferable. If you start a new railroad, neither is your XP. But with the extended, you can give yourself money and XP. But that's cheating. I recommend building at least one railroad without cheating. I mean, it's okay for like building track and stuff, but the money. All right, so we are level 2. I guess it's directly proportional to the amount of money you make. So if once we earn $3,000, we will be at level 3. Let's see how much cordwood is. You know the logs are 10 a piece. Let's see. Okay, cordwood is only 10. It's more efficient to haul logs than it is to haul cordwood. We got to level 3. Yay. But we don't have a lot of money. So let's go back and we'll do one more run with this, and then we could buy. Let's see, we haul 8 cordwood with 4 cars. I think we can haul 8 with 1 car. So we can bring 16 if we buy 2 cars, which is probably all this engine is gonna be able to do to go up that hill. Operating in this position is a real challenge too. I don't do it a lot, so I'm not the best at it. Ooh, went a little bit further than I wanted to go. Gonna extend it here. I hope they fix this brake thing soon. Oh, wrong cars. I lined the cordwood cars up with the green. It's because I'm not used to doing things that way. I'm used to this way, where I can see the train better. Should work. I think you want to be looking at it, and as soon as it drops, hit it back. Drops, hit it back. This is the quickest way to get it done. Pretty sure that dropped. Yeah, it did. We got the same amount on both sides. Pretty much just gotta double click the crane. 1, 2 clicks like that. Gotta spec up, get some cordwood. Takes a little while to get your railroad going. Super sharp turn here. I'm keeping it around 10 miles an hour. Those cars are wiggling. We overshot. I'm famous for doing that, really. Should be about right. can only take 4. I could just back all the way to the freight depot. Or I could go forward, because forward's more fun. She's heavy, that was full power. Now our switches should be set, right? We didn't buy any cars. Alright, let's not overshoot this time. So the firewood is still at 95. I'm guessing you can't. There's no way to fill that up. I honestly don't know how. I think you just place it and use it, and that's it. It's probably like for emergencies. Come on, train, stop. You overshoot? No. Okay, let's watch our money go up. And we're just making money. Oh, by the way, if you haven't figured this out already, you could just take an industry like the logging camp, right? Put it somewhere real close. But we don't have any. We didn't design our railroad for cheats, so if I put it, say I put it right here, I could just easily fill up with logs, go back to the freight depot and sell them. Right? That would take a lot less time than what we're doing now, but I mean the whole fun of the game is to run the trains. Because we'd like to play with the choo-choo. Alright, how much money we have now? Alright, we got 1,200 bucks. We should be able to buy. I really wish I knew how many of these cars I could haul up that hill. I'm gonna buy 4 of them. I'm gonna buy 3. We're gonna buy 3 of these Wait, this is 9,000 pounds. I don't know if that's loaded or unloaded. This one is 2,500 pounds. So quite the difference. I think 2 is going to be the limit. But I'm going to buy 3. If we can't make it, we'll just not take the third one up the hill with us. Okay, so I'm ordering one. Let's order another one. Oh, another little trick. So after you purchase a something, right? Don't hit the, if you want to go like you're looking to purchase again right away, don't hit the G key again until your mouse catches up with the game. By that I mean, after I order this, I'm going to move my mouse and you'll see the pointer, and then at some point the pointer will disappear and then I start moving. Once you start moving, you can hit G again. If you hit it before, it's not going to work. You're going to have to hit G twice. See, moving my mouse, now moving my head. Alright, we're going to leave these cars here on the siding. Got to put some wood in this thing. See, we're at 1 hour now. Hopefully we can make this delivery in a half an hour and I can keep this video to an hour and a half. We can set this brake. Disconnect this. Keep moving. If you don't want to use a railing hump like I'm using, I guess we'll fashion these the old-fashioned way. Let's see, I want to grab those two first. I'm throwing all my switches on extended. Alright, so when the cars are placed with the brake on, I thought I released the brake, but I didn't. So we can put link in. We want to release this brake. Push this right back into the other one. I'm gonna actually leave the throttle on. Then we're gonna release the brake. Then we gotta go forward and go get the other one. These 3 cars are going to be heavy. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull these up 2%. They feel heavy already, and there's nothing in them. So if you pick the Shay as your first locomotive, you might be able to haul more, but it's going to take you a lot longer to get there. Six is probably a little fast. I did get the link in there. Alright. That was a little abrupt. I like doing things on the fly like that. It's kind of like a game within a game. Alright. I'm going to use extended to back up on the cordwood side. And you'll see that these cars line up with the cranes way better. This will do it automatically. I'm just speeding it up for the video. Cordwood takes a while to load. When you're first starting out, you'll feel like you're doing it forever. You don't, but this is a little the crane trick is pretty helpful. Yep, each one holds 8. 4 times as much as the little cars, which is weird because the bigger logging cars can hold 6 and the little ones can hold 5. So I don't know. I don't know where they got their math from. Or maybe it has to do with the weight. Maybe they figured it by weight. I don't know. I wonder if I can get 2 cranes to load 1 car. I think if we position it just right, it will. I didn't position it. Can go back a little more. That one's going in. That one is not. Let's back it up a little more. Just a little bit more. Right there. I think it's still gonna miss. Because it can go back more. Nope. I don't think it's possible to do 2 cranes. Because look how much more it's got to go back. I'm texting while loading, sorry. Alright, now we should probably bring some of the state cars up with us to bring back some raw iron. Because the next industry we're going to do is the smelter. Oh no, we would go from the iron ore mine to the smelter. Yeah, we can bring those cars with us. The smelter uses lumber. If we had a bigger engine, we could bring everything up at once, but we're not there yet. It is a heavy train. And I'm hoping I can bring those empties up with us. You don't have to do things exactly in the order that I'm doing them. But pretty much this is the way it's gonna go. I mean, you could build a line to the wheat farm first. Because the wheat farm is like its own industry now. It doesn't rely on the other ones. We got a nice little freight yard here. I like it. So we're gonna grab these empty state cars and bring them with us. And hope we make it up the hill. I think it will. Because I think, in fact, I know it will. I know it will. I've had another map where the Betsy's used to bring 4 cars up 1.5%. So we should be able to bring 3 cars up 2% with the Montezuma, because the Montezuma is stronger than the Betsy. Brakes are off. Got a link and a pin there. Did this train ever stop? Alright, it's going backwards now. Oh, it's slowing down. For 3 or 4 miles an hour is good. But these cars may actually push these cars off the track. Watch. All right. Let's get this thing stopped here. We didn't push him back too far. We're still on the siding with the remainder of the cars. So we're good. We are on our way. Let's see. 15 minutes? I don't know. I'm going to look ahead using extended at our switches. We got to throw a switch here. And we'll turn around at the iron mine and head back up. Oh, what is this? There we go. Of course, our other option would have been to highlight the map, go to the next station here, check our switch. We're coming from there and we want to go up. That way we can actually put a sign. Let's see. Iron mine. We need 2 more signs. That's a, we might be going a little too fast for this turn. Oh, we're good. By the way, I'm told that these cars have a speed limit of 22. Some engines in the game can go 29. So after 22, it's just basically luck if it stays on the track. I've whipped cars around at 29 a lot, and only on rare occasions do they come off. But your track work's got to be fairly neat too. That helps. Of course, I'm just talking about coming off like on straight track. They'll just come off for no reason. Oh man, we're struggling. We are struggling. We might not make it. We might have to let those 4 cars go in the back. Let's see. We got boiler pressure. We got fuel. I really wanted to make it. But this is going to be a long ride. How much money do we have? 375. And I think a Betsy's like 2,000, right? We can't buy a second locomotive. The second locomotive would help right now. Ugh, 1,900. We're down to 7. Six. This thing might come to a dead stop. We have exceeded the limits of what we're capable of. We did it. So let's dump these cars. We're just gonna have to we're just gonna let them go is what we're gonna do. And they will just roll all the way back. Right to the freight yard. They'll make it on their own. Now we lost all our forward momentum. Oh, the other difference between the Betsy and the Montezuma is we have a tender. The tender weighs a lot. So this tender and those 3 cars is almost the same as having like 4 cordwood cars. If I go into tenders here, Montezuma, oh, it doesn't tell me. I think you have to. I'm not going to click on it. If you re-rail it, it will tell you how much it weighs. We're not going to do that. We're slowly picking up speed. Look at all that in front of us. We have to climb all that. Now you see why I only ran 2%. 1.5 would have made a big difference, believe it or not. Ooh. I'm over here recording. And I also like basketball, by the way. And since I'm from New York, I'm a Knicks fan. And the Knicks are in the in-season tournament tonight. And I like betting on them. I bet small numbers. $1, 50 cents, $2, whatever. So I wish we were going a little faster because I want to watch the game. You know, if you're following along, you let me know if there's anything else you really want to see. Because at this point, I'm basically going to be playing through the map and building the map up. And there won't be too much more tutorial. I think maybe the next video I will talk about props and placing industries a little bit. If we want to add an industry. And that should cover all the bases. From there, it's just a matter of playing the map and connecting everything. But if you're a beginner and you want to see me finish out the map, let me know. Let me know. Or do you think you have enough knowledge based on what I showed you so far? I mean, we will, like, if I keep going, we will run into things, little nuances and stuff that I can show you. So there's a few more things to teach, but basically at this point it's just running loads and connecting more industries. And the chain of events. The iron ore mine is going. You need to make bring iron to the. Oh, why are we slowing down? This little bit of hill right here. That's right. This was steeper. Man, we almost got stuck. We almost got stuck right there. That would have sucked. I'm gonna use extended to flip the switch so I don't have to get out. I'm gonna talk about the flow of the game. Just want to get around this loop safely and pick up some speed before we hit the next grade. I'd kind of like to hit it running. So once you get more money and more engines and stuff, you could make runs. You could bring stuff up here with you and drop it off and bring back, and you can multitask. So hopefully we can take these turns at 22. I'm just going all out. I think we did this track pretty good up here. We kept everything at 50-meter radius. And And our switch is good. And we're going to hit the grade running. We'll see how much she slows down. Through the forest. Getting whipped in the face by branches. Oh, she's slowing down. It'll probably settle back down to 10 again, I guess. 9. Alright, if we go back and look at our map. So iron ore mine. We gotta bring iron to the smelter. We gotta bring cordwood to the smelter. The output is rails and beams. Uh-oh. This train is rocking. Should probably pay attention to what I'm doing here. I don't know why this leg didn't draw in right away. The bridge is level, so it actually picked up a little bit of speed there. 1 mile an hour. 15's better than 9. Alright, back to this. Smelter's output's going to be rails and raw iron. The raw iron has to go to the ironworks. The ironworks also needs coal and lumber. The coal mine needs rails and beams. The oil field needs beams, tool crates, and pipe. The pipe comes from the ironworks. Then the refinery needs pipe, lumber, and oil from the oil field. The wheat farm is its own thing. You're going to bring pallets of seeds up to the wheat farm, and you bring down bales of hay and something else I forgot. This will tell me show info. Output is straw and grain. That's your output, and you can only bring that right now. You can bring that back to Freight Depot. Probably one of these updates coming soon. We'll have another industry or something to bring that to. Alright, we're still going 12. We're still climbing. That was a good little run. It gets a lot more hairier when you start bringing longer trains up and heavier loads. I like this game because it gives you the feeling that you're actually hauling something. The physics are okay in that sense. It would be nice if we had wheel slip and some more doodads on the engine to play with. Oh, we're gonna have to. Our fire temperature is good, but we're running out of wood, so we ran out of wood. Get some wood in there. So I never did put a telegraph office at the smelter, I guess. Alright, we're on the level, we made it. Which way is our switches set here? I know, it doesn't matter, we'll just go around the thing. I think we're set. Wrong? No, we're right. We're good. Oh, it's on the other side. For some reason I thought it was on this side. I think on my other map I have it facing in the other direction. Okay, so in the next video we'll probably go over placing an industry. Maybe we'll mess around with the wheat farm. But you can delete these industries and place them wherever you want. Which if you watch my coal railroad series, I have industries placed a lot different than normal. I hope this was 2% here. Alright. Now, once we unload this, it's going to start using it. So I'm pretty sure we brought the iron up here already. Let's see. Did we bring the iron up here already? Yep. And you can unload while moving, by the way. So if you have a long train and you get someone to control it, or if you can manage the throttle, you can just unload while moving. So this industry uses a lot of cordwood. You have to bring a lot up here. Let's see, where are we at with the 14? We still got plenty. I think it uses 4 at a time. Yep, there we go. Let's take a look at our outputs. Oh, we have 12 raw iron. That actually is like 3 per car, so that's 4 cars. And this is 10 per car, so we got 24 rails. I believe it's done manufacturing. So next time we come up here, we want to get raw iron or rails, or both. We can bring both back with us if we have the cars. Now we would just run back down. we would have had those little cars with us, we could have brought them with us. Alright, so the next video, set this brake. Like I said, we're going to go over placing an industry, and maybe possibly running track to the wheat farm. Where do we have to go for that? That's the question. Looks like we have to rise up here. This is tricky. We may have to rise there, come this way, and descend into this valley. So on my other map, I actually have the logging camp right here. And I actually come this way. Down here. I believe I turn through here. I have a turnaround right there. My other map, I have that at like 1.5%. So yeah. Doing 2%, we should be able to get back down. We should probably just go from the freight depot up this way, straight to the wheat farm. But what we'll do is maybe we'll just place like a wheat farm out here somewhere, just to show how it works. We take a wheat farm and place one here, connect it to the rail line, and we could bring seeds to it and whatnot. Alright, cool. So we never put a telegraph office up there. But thankfully I have extended, and I can just right click and teleport anywhere I want on the map. Or we could just grab an industry and fly through the air. That would be the way you do it without extended. Okay, we're putting one there. And we need to put one by this switch. You know, when they do updates and stuff, sometimes extended doesn't work. So we want to come out the door and see the switch, right? That's the goal. So it's good to put these around the map. May have to play without extended. Alright, we got those in. Back down here. Alright, we'll catch you on the next one. And don't forget, made it this far, should be liking and subscribing. We're on the race to 1,000. Hope we get there soon. Peace out.